New information about what happened at a high school basketball game where students chanted the president's name to taunt the other team, mostly made up of blacks and Latinos.
Yeah, the chant, they said, was Trump, 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 even though the school principal says his students crossed the line into hate speech. News 8's Bob Wilson live tonight with reaction from students at that game. Bob.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing if you're at a political rally yelling Trump, 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 and you got the sign up. It's a different thing if you're in the stands at a basketball game yelling Trump, Trump, Trump at the athletes on the floor. We talked to the athletes themselves who were playing in that game, and they said they didn't appreciate it.
Tonight, as the Lady Warriors warmed up in Canton for their evening basketball game, fans were still talking about Tuesday's boys basketball game against Classical Magnet School in Hartford.
The second I heard, I looked over, I saw the sign, and I was like, this isn't going to be good.
Several students in the bleachers started chanting Trump, 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 and held up a Trump campaign sign during the game.
I was absolutely disappointed. I mean, I was sitting on the bench, talking to my teammates, and it's just, it's unnecessary. It's over the line.
The Trump chant has sparked debate. He's the president. They didn't say anything negative, and in America, there's free speech. But they were yelling Trump at the Hartford players.
You got to think about the context of the situation. Just be a little smarter about it. There's no reason to do that. Add that complexity into the game.
Now, since the boys basketball game, they've had a general assembly, brought all the students together and discussed what's appropriate, what's not, and how intent can be read in by the message in which you say. So tonight at the women's basketball game, they're expecting no trouble, and the athletes say they hope the fans behave themselves.
The fans have the same exact responsibility. We come out there to play, and they come in the stands voluntarily to support us, and they didn't really support us. They just brought their own belief to the sport.
The school superintendent did apologize for his fans to the Magnet School, saying the behavior has no place in high school sports. The athletes on the floor kept their cool and played a clean game all the way to the end.
How did it end? What was the shaking hands like with the opponent?
Well, the opponents were very nice about it. They were very nice to us. They shook our hands. They knew it wasn't our fault. We were just there playing the best we could.
The athletes said, on the court, everything was hard fought, but there was great sportsmanship between the athletes. They just say if the athletes are going to go show good sportsmanship and required to it, they hope their fans do too. I'm Bob Wilson reporting live, News 8.